Alright, next up is Thor: The Dark World. Um, Another sequel a lot of people had issues with, and even though I don't like it, Iron Man as much as Iron Man 3, as much as the Avengers, and some of the other Phase 2 movies, um, I thought this was still enjoyable. Um, I thought director Alan Taylor did a good job. Um, Alan Taylor, of course, he directed most of the episodes of the season 1 Game of Thrones show, which I like that show. And it does feel like Game of Thrones a lot of the times in Asgard. Asgard feels more like a Game of Thrones setting, which is fine. I like that. Minus the adult stuff in Game of Thrones. But I thought this movie was enjoyable. Chris Hemsworth, of course, comes back as Thor. He still does a good job. Um, Natalie Portman, she did alright. I still didn't really care for the love relationship. I still think it's the weakest of um, um, the love relationship of the whole Marvel Studios. Where as an Iron Man 3, the Pepper Potts Tony Stark is the strongest in my opinion. But it's not bad. It's just there, whatever. Um, of course, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, he comes back, and he does a great job as Loki. He's not in it as much as he was in the first Thor or the Avengers, but I still think he did a good job. Every scene he's in, he just owns. Whether it be the scene where he's talking to his mother, played by I was gonna say Renee Zellweger, no, Renee Russo. I really like that scene. I really like the mother-son relationship they had. Even though Loki kind of hates Odin, and he has some hate for Thor as well, he still loves his mother, and I thought that was well done. I thought Alan Taylor really captured it really well. And of course, you also have some of the supporting characters, like Thor's friends. They're just alright. They're in this movie less. And Natalie Portman's group, Stellan Skarsgård and Kat Dennings and this new guy, they were fine. They had some funny moments. I still think Kat Dennings is funny. I don't get the hate, whatever. But the main villain really of this movie is Christopher Eccleston from Doctor Who. Any Doctor Who fans? He plays Malekith, the main villain. He wants this thing. I forgot the name of it. Damn it. This power, pretty much, that Jane, Natalie Portman, accidentally gets, and he wants it to rule the universe, pretty much. I thought Christopher Eccleston, he did a pretty good job. I know a lot of people said he was underused. Some of that is true, but I still think he did a good job. I didn't mind him so much, and I thought the look of him as a dark elf, I thought that was pretty cool look. And again, you have Odin. Anthony Hopkins is Odin, and I didn't mind him in the first movie. I thought he overacted a little bit, but this one, it was kind of like some of his acting was like too over the top. Like when he's yelling at Loki in the beginning, he says, what the hell did he say? When Loki says, my birthright was to be king, and then Odin says, your birthright was to die. I'm like, okay, calm down, Mr. Hopkins. Or when he's yelling at Thor, I'm like, okay, someone needs to tell him to calm his ass down. But that's fine, whatever. He's not in the movie that much. And I like Anthony Hopkins, but he needs to calm down. He needs to calm his ass down. As Odin. And, But the story, it was alright. Like I said, it's pretty much Malekith. He wants to. I'm trying to remember the freaking name of this thing. It's like a red mist of some sort that has power, pretty much. That he wants it for himself, and Thor teams up with Loki to stop him, pretty much. Um, also, really like again, Chris. Well, his name is Christopher. Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston's chemistry together as Thor and Loki. I thought they had really good scenes as brothers. Where they do get along a little bit, but they also have their conflicts with each other, especially after their mother dies. Renee Russo, she dies after Malekith kills her, and that whole scene is well done. You really do feel bad, and it's even more tragic when Loki finds out. He's in jail. He's in like an Asgard cell. When he finds out, he's really devastated because he really did care for her. He really did see her as a mother. I thought that was all really sad and really well done. But the action scenes, I thought the action scenes were, for the most part, pretty good, especially the whole escape scene where Thor and Jane and Loki escape from Asgard. Very Star Wars-ish, I thought. Like he commits treason or whatever because his dad Odin's an asshole. He is an asshole, pretty much. Like, no, that's what I want, damn it. But everyone pretty much, for the most part, Thor and Thor's friends help him. And Idris Elba comes back as the gatekeeper. He helps him out too. So they can stop Malekith. You also have a very funny moment where Loki and Thor are walking in the halls, and Loki's changing the appearance, and then he turns into Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, and it's actually Chris Evans there, but he's acting like Loki. I thought that was really funny. That was a nice, funny cameo. But and then that final action scene, I thought that was pretty good. But not the best of the whole franchise. I'll say I like this, like, the same pretty much as Thor 1. I don't think this is that much better or that much weaker. They're both kind of the same. I like them the same, pretty much. I really don't have much else to say about this movie. Unless I'm missing something. Oh yeah, the after credit scenes. I think, you know what? The after credit scenes in this movie are probably the biggest. Because first of all, you get a Guardians of the Galaxy after credit scene. Where you see Benicio del Toro as the Collector. He comes back in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I just kind of felt it was kind of pointless. Even at the time, I didn't get it. Whatever. And then the second one, where you see Thor come back to Earth and him and Jane reunite. I'm like, that should have been the ending of the movie, not an after credit scene. Because the after credit scene, not the after credit scene, the ending of the movie, after everyone thinks Loki is dead, and I really think he should have died, because the whole scene where you think he's dead, it was really well done. But of course you can't kill Loki off. He impersonates Odin, and he tells Thor, choose what you want to choose, and he chooses Jane and to live with her on Earth. And then it's revealed that Loki has really become the king of Asgard for now. I don't know where the hell Odin is. But at the end credits, you see Thor going to Earth and reuniting with Jane. and then you see one of the monsters. It's still on Earth. You know what? That everyone remembers the ice monster, the big monster in the Thor 1. Well, there's a scene in the final action scene where they're going from realm to realm, place to place, like they're being teleported, and then they see the ice monster, and it teleports with them back to Earth, and it's pretty much there, and that's what they show at the end credit scene. It's still on Earth. I mean, that should have been just the end credit scene, just the monster, and not the whole Thor, Jane, lovey-dovey shit, whatever. But like I said, it's still an enjoyable movie. It's not great. It's not bad. It's enjoyable. I can still watch it. But it is one of the more weaker ones of the whole cinematic universe. Of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I like this pretty much the same as Thor 1. But it's not bad. Like I said, I enjoy all of these movies so far. And, I really have nothing much else to say about this movie. Oh, I did like this creature right here. This other villain. I forget the name of the villain. I thought he was pretty cool. They have a cool fight scene with that creature when they're in the dark world. When they think Loki died. That was pretty cool. But, yeah, of course, the Thor, Thor's hammer. It's still cool to see when he throws it and he uses it. That's all good stuff. But overall, I don't absolutely love this movie, but it's still enjoyable. I thought Alan Taylor did a good job. But I still prefer the let's say Kenneth Branagh's vision of Asgard a little bit better than Alan Taylor's, because Alan Taylor's vision of Asgard is too much like Game of Thrones, but that's fine. But actually, I felt like the Asgard in Thor 1 felt more like a different world, pretty much. This felt like it was just like in those times, in those Game of Thrones times, whatever. I thought Peter Dinklage was gonna make a cameo or something, but that would have been funny. But anyway, it's a decent movie, and I look forward to what they do with Thor Ragnarok or whatever it's called, Thor 3. Let's see what they do with the third one. I don't know who's gonna direct it. That's the thing. What do you guys think of Thor: The Dark World? Did you like it more than Thor 1, or did you like Thor 1 better? Where you rank this in the Marvel Cinematic Universe franchise? Leave a comment. Please leave a comment. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm trying to get all these reviews out before I see Age of Ultron. I'll probably see Age of Ultron. I'm gonna see Age of Ultron this weekend. Don't worry, I will. It's just that life gets busy sometimes. But anyway, thanks for watching, and adios.